wait. But when they don't get the reaction they want, that's when they get triggered. Scrolling, watching every move I make, waiting on a zip, hoping that I break. Comment after comment, trying to provoke, but I stay cool, never take the bait or choke. Living in the head, rent free all day, typing through the screen.
What up, collective? How you doing? Hope all are doing well.
Every little post got them pressed in. That they can't control how the story ends. You wanted drama, wanted me to snap, wanted me to fall into your trap. But I just smile and keep it moving on. Now you mad 'cause the moment's gone. Remember that trigger trolls moment? Yeah, they still watching. Still remember that. But the loud get
The fuck?
funny thing about trolls, they hope they watch, they wait. But when they don't get the reaction they want, that's when they get triggered.
Like messing with my shit.
Scrolling, watching every move I make,
Changing my song.
hoping that I break. Comment after comment, trying to provoke, but I stay cool, never take the bait or choke. Living in the head, rent free all day, typing through the screen, but I'm miles away. Every little post got them pressed in. Mad they can't control how the story ends. You wanted drama, wanted me to snap, wanted me to fall into your trap. But I just smile and keep it moving on. Now you mad 'cause the moment's gone. Trigger, trigger, trolls get trigger, 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 trolls get triggered. No reaction, now you better trigger, trigger, trolls get trigger, 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 trolls get triggered. Watching your eyes just hits the trigger, 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 trolls get triggered. Watching every story, every post I drop, waiting for a moment where the glow might stop. But the louder they type, the clearer it shows. They obsessed with the life that I chose. Laughing while they type in paragraphs at night, trying to start fights in the common fight. But silence hits harder than words I throw. That's the part that they hate the most. You wanted drama, wanted me to snap, wanted me to fall into your trap. But I just go and keep moving on. Now you mad 'cause the moment's gone. Trigger, trigger, trolls get trigger, 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 trolls get triggered. No reaction, now you better trigger, trigger, trolls get trigger, 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 trolls get triggered. Trigger, 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 trolls get triggered. Watching me rise just hits the trigger, 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 trolls get triggered. No reply, no fight tonight. Still let you refresh in my life. No.
What are your people? Hope are doing well. And you're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you come across this reading, you already know you watch me with a good heart, good intentions. You're blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill or malintentions or evil lies, go blind 144,000 times. It's quickly sit through you, feel the effects of all hexes and curses and spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading, you will receive karma quick, fast, and in a hurry because you put yourself up so low. Don't do to others what you wouldn't want them to you or your family. Stop being a crusty, crabby, raggedy, and in the ass. Miserable, bitter ass bitch, and go heal yourself. So I said I was gonna make a Trigger Troll song, and I made the Trigger Troll song. And I got a remix version. Collective, they better stop playing with me. They really better stop playing with me. Collective, let's tap into this. You already know. This could be your energy, but this could be mine. This could be somebody else's timeline. Only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Don't make anything stick. I'm going to make you sick. I'm going to ring this bell to remove, cleanse, and banish and rebuke all negative energies, entities, evil eye out of my place, out of my space, and out of my face, including yours. This is not going to be a long reading. We're just going to tap into this new moon energy that we got, this moon cycle energy, that we got going on. I think I don't know which quarter moon cycle it is, but it's a quarter moon cycle. I don't know which one is the first or the new, but it's something quarter, first or the last quarter moon. One of the quarter moon cycles is today. We're going to tap into that bitch collective. We're going to tap into that bitch. We're going to see. Okay? We're going to see what trolls get triggered. Trolls get triggered. Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white light, light, only please provide me with some insight. There's a troll triggered right now. Idiots! I'm done. Drop the mic. We're talking about idiots. We're talking about the trolls triggering. We're talking about the idiots. We're talking about a bunch of idiots collective. Confirmation, car honk. A bunch of idiots that have health issues. So we got idiots with health issues. And they having a midlife crisis because of their unfulfilled goals. So you got idiots having health issues, going through a midlife crisis because of their unfulfilled goals. Because hey. Hope you're having a blessed day. A kid ran away. I don't want to tap into that. We're going to put that to the side. It says they up the creek, river, ocean, and all the water without a paddle. They drowning. Because you're getting liberated, collective. I'm not tapping into this kid ran away situation. I'm putting that back. I'm not doing that. Nope. Maybe another time, but not today. Not today. So these idiots in the energy collective, these idiots, they're having health issues. They up the creek, river, and all the paddle without. They drowning in all types of waters. Let's put it that way. They drowning in all types of waters with no paddle, with no floaties, with no lifesavers, nothing, no raft, no nothing. They're just about to go into that. You know what's that? What's that thing in the water? The whirlpool. There's a whirlpool that's happening, and they're being sucked into that whirlpool collective in the water. They were out here doing love spells and free will control. These idiots were doing love spells, trying to control your free will. That's why they drowning, collective. Yeah, they were being used to cause havoc. That's why they have health issues. These people that were having health issues were being used to cause havoc. They were out here doing love spell and trying to control your free will. They out here learning karmic lessons, collective. All right, because of their unfulfilled goals. All of a sudden, my nose started running. They blaming you that they're drowning. How they blaming you, collective, that they're the ones that's drowning? They out here searching for information, searching for info. They want to know how you got liberated. They want to know how you set yourself free. My nose started doing the drippy drip. As soon as I started this reading, I know who's been doing that before. So somebody's nose could be running. Somebody could be running. And running. Somebody could be stuffiness, allergies. Every time they do a spell or ritual, it rains. Moon cycle. Because today's a moon cycle. It looks a little... It don't look nothing. It looks like a nice day today. So they're searching on information on spells. They blaming you for having a midlife crisis. They blaming you for their unfulfilled goals. How you blaming somebody else for your unfulfilled goals? How you blaming somebody else because you didn't go after what you wanted in your life? That's not anybody else's but yours. That's your fault. You can't blame nobody else because you did not go after your dreams, your desires. How you out here blaming somebody else because you want to be a doctor? You didn't become a doctor. You decided to become a fucking I don't know, a EMT. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of becoming a fucking a biologist, you decided to fucking sell crack. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, whose fault is that? That's nobody else's fault but yours. You wasted your talent and you're mad. Basically. Make that make sense? How you mad because you wasted away your talent? You didn't do nothing with your talent. You decided to do nothing with it. Nothing in the right way anyway. And you're upset because somebody else is using their talents and their gifts and their skills properly. And you're mad because you decided to let your shit away and not use it properly. Why are you blaming somebody else? Why are you not looking in the mirror and blaming yourself for your fucked up ways in your fucked up life? Because it ain't nobody's fault but you. Can nobody fuck up your life but you? 1221, something is being mirrored back. Can nobody fuck up your life but you? You make that decision. Nobody makes that decision for you but you, yourself, and only you. You're protected by Archangel Michael Collective, or all the archangels, period. You're protected from these love spells, from this free will control, from these rituals that they be doing on the moon cycle, and these people are being recorded. They're being recorded doing this spell work. They're being recorded causing havoc. Or they could be being recorded by the angels. Look, at somebody that's losing their sight. Because they were being used to cause havoc and now they're learning karmic lessons. They're idiot. They're having health issues. They're in survival mode right now. And they're blaming you. Again, let's reiterate this again. How are you blaming anybody but yourself for the life that you created? For your fuck-ups, for your mistakes, for your downfall. It's all you. You yourself. That's it. Entrapment. Yeah, they blaming you for this entrapment. They blaming you because they couldn't trap you, collective. They're blaming you because they're trapped. Whatever they tried to do to you, they got trapped up in it and they're blaming you. No, you blame yourself because you suck. You suck. That's why. You a sucky human being. Measures are being taken now. I bet they are. They were being recorded, collective. So they're gonna probably have somebody's trying to mess with my throat now. So they're gonna have issues with the law now. What I said, they're going to prison. What I just said, they're gonna have issues with the law and right after prison. That's what happens when you try to mess with my throat, bitch. When you try to mess with my throat chakra, try to block the message comes right out right after you try to block it. Right after I said you're gonna have issues with the law, you try to block my throat and it says prison. Bitch, you're going to prison. Measures is being taken and they going to jail. They going to prison. Animals are going missing in your area. And this is how they be doing their rituals. They sacrifice animals during this moon cycle. Love spell, free will control. They out here doing blood magic, sacrificing animals. They in the trap house. And they being recorded. They could have been seen sacrificing an animal. With this being recorded. They could have been seen sacrificing that animal. By day one way, by night another. Yeah, this is somebody that's losing their sight and they pretend to be one way by day and they are one way at night. They sacrifice animals in their rituals. It says because they were trying to close all your roads, gates, and path and block your way. Now they're in survival mode because they cannot. They were doing dream magic. Entrapment dream magic. They blaming you. They were trying to do some entrapment dream magic to close the roads and path and block your way. They nasty. This is a person that's nasty. Measures are being taken on this nasty ass person because they're a bunch of puppets, a bunch of prison puppets. There's a bunch of puppets that are going to prison. Nasty puppets that are going to prison, and measures are being taken. They entrapped in survival mode, learning karmic lessons. They blame you, collective. A bunch of idiots that are having health issues, going through unfulfilled goals that were being used to cause havoc, and now they're in the fucking trap house because they want to pretend to be one way by day, but they all evil at night. They were on a journey to Nowhereville. This father related. So either your father related or somebody's father related was on a journey to Nowhereville. A copycat and paste troll. This is somebody that copies you. Everything that you do. Somebody that was traveling by sea. That was trying to close all your roads, your path, your gates, and block your way. Now they're going Looney Tunes collective. They going crazy because they're under a black cloud. They're under a black cloud going crazy. They're going crazy. Because they have a fraudulent business. Somebody's really trying to block my throat. Hold on. Let me get some water. Ooh, you got so much gifts. You can make me spit a phlegm ball in this sink. Charles is triggered, sending me spell work, trying to block my throat. And then my upstairs neighbors come out the room. Business off the table. So whatever business offer is off the table, collective. Yeah, divine authority up in this house, collective. They're learning karmic lessons because God is here. God has put his foot down. Justice. Yeah, this business offers on the table. Divine authority. Justice. I'm not going to pluck no more from here. Trigger, trolls get trigger, trolls get triggered. So these people are going to prison for this fraudulent business. This father related to you or to somebody to this idiot. Whoever this father energy is going to prison. They have a fraudulent business. And they're going through a midlife crisis. They out here trying to sacrifice you, but they actually sacrificing themselves because you're untouchable. This could have happened 9 months to 9 years ago. They were in your lane trying to deny allegations and claims. They in a coven and they not righteous. They lame. So they in a coven and they lame. They trying to steal money in, not understanding that the money coming in is from them getting karma. Restitution, pain and suffering, damage, court suit settlement. Look, these attacks are coming from your mother's side of the family. So father related, father's mother side of the family. Karmic shakedown in effect. The fatal blow will be direct spiritual knockout. They have to face the fact that karmics could have set you in a trap and they in a frenzy about to snap. Psychological manipulation, trying to make you doubt your own perception and sanity, altering your environment, moving things around. An organization connected to social media is involved. We got divine revelation in the reverse. Ignoring divine truth may lead to spiritual blindness or illusion. So this person was led to spiritual blindness and illusions. They did not have a divine revelation. This father energy. It says lawyer took a bribe. They can't back out of the deal, going down with all the rest. They're getting fired and arrested. Keyboard thug, cyberbullying, but behind the screen, they truly in their feelings. They're going crazy. They're on ice. Pause and reflect. Not everything is meant to move right now. Stillness brings clarity. Your enemy's harm is paused. Stay protected. Karma handles them. So karma is handling your enemies. Someone passed away due to all the hexes and spells they sent to you and your family. So somebody passed away because of this. Somebody passed away because of this. That's crazy. Collective, where we at? 23 minutes. Yeah. There's no point in pulling anymore. We already got divine authority, justice liberated, business table off the table, and they go into prison. Because they have a fraudulent business and they were attacking you. Hey. Oh, look who's triggered again. Collective, that's all. That's it to this reading. We're going to end it there. Whoever this father energy is, whether it's related to you, we got your father's side from your mother's side of the family. These attacks are coming from your father's mother's side of the family. So your grandmother's, your father's mother, your grandmother from your father's side. Your grandmother from your father's side family. So as far as my situation goes, my grandmother from my father's side passed away before I could actually get to know her. I don't know my father's side of the family. I have no associations, nothing from my father's side of the family, but I know that one of my brothers was being a little creepy and being a little copycat. So if this is my energy, then this is coming from my father's side. I'm going to guess the sirens is true, confirmation. But if not, then this is your father's side or somebody else's father energy that's out here. They going to prison. They in the trap house. They being recorded. And you getting your justice, collective. These idiots and these puppets are all going to prison because in the process of them trying to hex you, curse you, and block your way and path and gates, somebody passed away. And a kid could have ran away. I didn't read the card, but somebody passed away and a kid could have ran away. And you're protected. These people are losing their sight. These idiots are having health issues, intimate life crisis, trapped, learning karmic lessons for being nasty puppets. Now they could be nasty puppets in prison and people could get nasty with them in jail. They blaming you for their downfall, but they need to blame themselves. Because they was triggered and being trolls. And the trolls leave when I play the song. They mad. So how fast they left. It's hilarious.
Refresh, check in again, still no reaction, imagine that win. Who's triggered again, triggered again. Who's triggered again. Watching me glow, just pulling a pin. Mad at the silence, I'm living within. Who's triggered again.
Peace out, collective. Peace out, collective. That is the end of this reading. 27 as I look up a time, 99. That's the prime number. I'll be back with another reading a little bit later. Collective, until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a productive, prosperous, and protective day. Collective, peace out, and I see you later.